Erickson Tallgrass Creek property with the enclosed pool and spa. This is the aquatic area at Erickson Retirement, Tallgrass Creek in Kansas. And this is the preventative maintenance chemical program for the Tmi Salt Pure system. The dosage charts clearly identify what needs to be added. One for the pool. I am sitting here with Larry Ross, the Senior Director of Maintenance and Engineering for Erickson Retirement. Erickson is a national retirement community company. Good morning, Larry.
Hey, Tim.
Larry, would you briefly describe Erickson Retirement and the importance of the aquatic program within the Erickson Retirement community?
The Erickson communities or company in general has a wellness program, and the aquatic center fits into that complete wellness program, which is a complete continuing care for our residents.
Thank you. When I first met you, you had some experience with a saline or a salt pool. Could you briefly describe your experience with salt up till the time we met?
We decided to go with a saline system as an alternative to bromine. We did contract with a company, and we had very unsuccessful results. We tried, and we couldn't get the systems working.
Could you provide us a little more detail as to what wasn't working?
The railings were rotting, the poles were turning green, the coping was turning colors, the pool rooms were deteriorating, the copper pipes, salt was coming out everywhere in the joints. They weren't very good pool equipment rooms, and the pools were not in very good condition.
Thank you. But you continued with salt. You continued trying to find a solution with salt.
Yes, actually we continued to try to find a salt solution, but in the interim we converted all these salt pools back to chlorine.
Then why would you continue to reach out and find a solution for the saline pools if you had so many problems with them?
The residents really loved the feel of the saline, the water. It was very good to their skins, and our task was to try to return to saline if we could.
And if I may, that's because the aquatic wellness part of Erickson is so important to your aging community that the more you can get them in the pool, the better?
I don't know that perfect answer. I have to get somebody from wellness to do that. We just manage them, but my direction was to go back to saline from the wellness people.
As the head of engineering and maintenance?
Correct.
Gotcha. Then what led you to TMI?
One of my colleagues, we were looking, and I was just doing some research on the internet, came across TMI. I spoke to you on the phone a couple times, and one of my colleagues met you at a show, and there was some very good feedback from you at a show, so we said we'd give it a shot.
Okay, then we met in your headquarters in Rockville, Maryland.
Baltimore.
Baltimore, thank you. And then set up the first 3 beta sites.
Correct.
Can you describe your experience working with TMI?
It's been great. We've had our share of challenges, but nothing has been a challenge. I mean, everything was dealt with, corrected, and all 3 poles are up in automatic control, running fine, and in fact we're starting on additional ones right now.
And that leads into the second to last question. What are your future plans with the TMI relationship?
The future plans are to convert every community Erickson has to the saline with TMI, including one community that has saline from a different manufacturer.
Okay. And what part is TMI playing now in your aquatic vendor role?
We are purchasing all the equipment from TMI. They're providing assistance in the installation, helping us with the monitoring and making sure the systems work. In fact, they go above and beyond, and most of the time we get an email there's a problem before we even know it.
Larry, looking forward, what do you see as your relationship between TMI and Erickson growing into?
Timothy, I see our relationship expanding to the point where you help us with the design and standardization of all our existing and new pools that are built. We're also looking to TMI to standardize our procurement so each community has the same pumps, the same filters, to make it easier for service, and of course look to TMI for the training for our wellness staff and pool operators.
And if you had to sum up your relationship with TMI, Larry, what would you end this interview with?
Well, to be quite honest, Timothy, I don't really care whose equipment you supply us. It's TMI that we're buying, and that's who our relationship was with. So whatever manufacturer you choose is fine with us as long as TMI is behind it.
Thank you for your time, Larry.